Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to an episode of Starcraft, New Gettysburg, which, as I mentioned before, is spelled incorrectly if it's named after the Civil War battle, which of course is spelled with a U, B-U-R-G. But it's fine. We'll see what happens in this one. The Zerg are proceeding to lay waste to Tarsonis' major cities and industrial centers. Yeah, the Zergs are kind of assholes. I'm not gonna lie. See, here it's spelled correctly. Curious.
I've picked up several dozen Protoss warships descending upon Tarsonis. They seem to be heading on a direct course to the primary Zerg hive.
If they engage the Zerg, the Confederates may escape. Commander, send Lieutenant Kerrigan with a strike force to engage the Protoss. Captain Rayner and General Duke will stay behind with the command ship.
First you sell out every person on this world to the Zerg. Then you ask us to go up against the Protoss. And you're gonna send Kerrigan down there with no backup?
I have absolute confidence in Kerrigan's ability to hold off the Protoss.
This is bullshit. Kerrigan, are you reading this?
I heard. I'm going down there. Arcturus knows what he's doing. I can't back out on him now.
Funny. I never thought of you as anyone's martyr. Why are you doing this, Kerrigan? Look, I know about your past. I've heard the rumors. I know you were part of those experiments with the Zerg, that Mengsk came and saved you. But you don't owe him this. Hell, I saved your butt plenty of times.
Jimmy, drop the knight in shiny armor routine. It suits you sometimes. Just not now. I don't need to be rescued. I know what I'm doing. The Protoss are coming to destroy the entire planet, not just the Zerg. I know that because, well, I just know it. I am a ghost, remember? Once we've dealt with the Protoss, we can do something about the Zerg. Arcturus will come around. I know he will.
I hope you're right, darling. Good hunting.
Alright, so now that that lovely speech is over with...
Yes, sir. Orders received.
Alright, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move the command center. We're doing this for a very good reason. Namely, efficiency in harvesting gas isn't nearly as important as efficiency in harvesting minerals.
Yeah, I'm going.
Alright, while we wait, let's get scouting. Oh, hello.
I dig.
I'm ready. Thinking the same thing. It'd be a pleasure. Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
So we have a very, very strange problem in this mission. Let's review our mission objectives, shall we? All Zerg buildings must survive. We have to protect the Zerg. Which means that from time to time, they're going to do what they just did when I triggered it inadvertently.
No.
They're going to attack us.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, I'm going.
Okay. Alright, that's far enough for me that I know we should build some defenses down this way. And that's our objective right now with this vulture. Let's build 3 more.
I read you, sir.
Okay, that's a pretty clear choke point. Alright, so the good news is we just technically have 2. Except we kind of also have another 2 up here.
SCV good to go, sir. Orders, Captain?
Mining.
Yeah? Oh, is that it? Yeah, I'm going.
God damn it,
Forces
that
are
happened
under
again.
attack.
SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty.
Now, the Protoss are a very, very different race than either the Terrans or the Zerg in the way they play. And we'll talk about that as we actually see them show up.
SCV good to
But
go,
for the
sir.
moment, what we need to do is start establishing some defenses against the Protoss. Because if I remember correctly, and it's been a while since I played this particular mission, I don't think the Zerg will attack us unless they're provoked. But I could be wrong. Machine shop, absolutely. Give me 3 more SCVs and we'll start harvesting some gas too. Actually, we might want to have 4 or 5 here just because of how far away the gas is from the rest of it. And I know I literally just moved it. It's fine. Now, we are going to want
SCV good to go, sir.
fire bats as soon as we can get them. To the point where, is it 125 or 150? They changed it to 125 in Brood Wars, I think.
Add-on complete.
Because they realized it's a little bit prohibitive to have the Academy be so expensive for such a
SCV good to go,
foundational
sir.
structure.
Roger that.
But the reason we're building one isn't just for the range upgrade, although that's a big part of it. We need fire bats. Against the Protoss, fire bats are really good. Because a lot of their units don't fight at a range.
I read you. Right away,
I'm
sir.
gonna send you over here. You can go and build the next bunker now, actually.
Not enough minerals.
There we go. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that the Protoss do make use of cloaked units, but not until later in the campaign. They do have observers, but observers just observe, and they're not really a threat to you, except in the sense that them knowing where you are and what you're planning to do is a threat.
Destination?
Which, to be fair, is a fairly good definition of the word threat.
Orders, Captain.
Alright, so we've got our
Orders received.
bunkers done. We need a pair of fire bats, and then we'll send you up
Report for
here.
duty. Roger
Actually, we'll
that.
send you over here. Oh, you can go and start mining.
Need a light. Fire it up.
Alright, go climb on in there. The barracks will produce a second one. I do want this upgrade, but arguably, at this point in the game, the most important.
Need a light.
And I lied to you. They actually have to attack us.
Yeah. I read
Damn
you.
it.
Reporting for duty.
Give me a refinery, please. We need to start harvesting some gas. Arguably, the second most important upgrade in the game, at this point, becomes a siege tank tech. The siege tank tech, sorry. And I'd actually argue that it's more important than the range at this point. The baseline units for the Protoss are all melee, which means that range isn't as important as just overwhelming firepower. And siege tanks give you
I
both.
read you. Job's finished. Roger that. Reporting for duty.
Poor SCV's like, what the hell? It just like spins around. Yeah, we're ideally gonna want, I think, oops. We're ideally gonna want 4 or 5 of SCVs with gas right now. Actually, get out of the way there, sure.
sir. Oh, is that it?
I'm worried of provoking a enemy attack before we're ready to face it, which is why I'm being so cautious about sending the Vulture across the
Add-on
bridge.
complete.
I would actually object to putting a bunker like right here and just filling it with Marines.
SCV good to go, sir.
I thought that would actually be a really good idea right now, because we need to wait until...
Right away, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna put it like right here. which is close enough to cover all 3 entrances, and we probably won't get attacked by all 3 at once.
You got my attention.
You need to get in your bunker without provoking them. And this will also help us shoot down like the odd overlord that comes after us. Alright guys, we need the siege tank attack. I've talked myself into it.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
I read you.
Alright. No, don't do that. Start harvesting gas.
Commander, let's move.
No, we're deliberately giving these guys a reduced sight range. If I didn't care about killing off the Zerg, I would actually park bunkers like here, 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 and here. This is just about protecting our investment. And so in that sense,
You want a piece of me, boy?
it's a little bit less important. So I think a siege tank is 100 minerals, so let's start building one of these. Oh, and
I read you.
we'll fix the factory.
Yes. Naturally.
Alright. Now, because you're going to be facing a lot of Zerglings, and I don't think they'll ever send anything bigger, maybe Hydralisks, at us,
Research complete.
I am absolutely and in all ways completely fine with this arrangement. Okay, so here are our first Protoss. We have a pair of Zealots, and a Dragoon.
Orders, sir! Move it!
Let's get you over here, and then I want one more siege tank for the moment.
Orders, sir!
Now, because of the Zealots being melee units, the siege tanks are going to be a lot more vulnerable than they were against the Zerg. Because only Zerglings are melee units, and well, we can chew apart Zerglings pretty easily. Give me one more SCV.
Let's wax these critters.
Stay cool, Commander. Remember the plan. The Zerg are to remain unharmed.
SCV good to go, sir.
Proceeding.
Yes, sir?
Where'd that vulture that was just here go?
Right away, sir. Orders received.
Did it die?
Destination?
Alright, now we get the marine range, now that we've got a good ground-based defense right here. If they hit us with air units, we're not very well prepared for that just yet. But we will be soon. Let's build a supply depot. We're gonna gradually move toward a starport. That's our next technological hill to climb. Because I'm curious to see if they'll give us battle cruisers in this mission. I don't know that they will, but I don't know that they won't either. Because it's been so long since I played this particular mission. Even if they won't give us what I want, which is a starport, we'll kind of be fine even if all it gives us is wraiths. And I think it actually will give us wraiths. Or excuse me, even if all we get is wraiths out of it, starport's still going to be extremely useful for us. Okay, so we've learned something important. There is an open Vespine geyser down here.
Upgrade complete.
We have not found the Protoss yet. What do we build in terms of combat units right now? I mean, Goliath's usually my go-to, and against Protoss, they're still pretty awesome. I think when you start putting up missile turrets just to help us in case they do get some air units after us.
Job finished.
We're not super well prepared for that just yet. We could build battle cruisers. Okay.
Orders, Captain?
This now becomes priority number 1.
Yeah. I read you.
It'll mean no nukes, at least no nukes right away, but battle cruisers are so good. We'd be idiots not to build them. And a big enough fleet of battle cruisers, especially if we accompany it with a few wraiths, will kill anything on the map. So we really just need just enough ground units for defense. We won't even bother with Goliath this time around.
Add-on complete.
Which seems like heresy. But as you will almost certainly realize, battle cruisers are really good. Let me put it this way: there's very little in Starcraft that a group of 12 battle cruisers can't kill. I'd even venture to say nothing, but for the sake of argument, I'll say very little. Build a physics lab add-on. You go start harvesting. Yeah, we're going to build an armory just so we can upgrade the ships. Yeah, I don't want to build any wraiths until... Battle cruisers are super expensive, especially on gas, so... Is it worth building another command center? Is our question.
Add-on complete.
I know they've got a base
Not
here
enough
somewhere.
energy.
I just don't know where. Gotta research the Yamato gun. Yeah, so they're 300 gas. No one ever said battle cruisers weren't crazy expensive. But they're also worth it.
Research complete.
What do we do next?
I read you.
So, I think we're at the point where we really need to start building missile turrets. And for that, we do need an engineering bay. Because you may notice we've been getting harassed by single overlords dropping units on top of us. Those will give us something to do while we wait for the gas to increase. This is actually not a bad place for another base, but it's also a tiny bit of a trap. Because if I remember right, the Zerg are like right on top of that.
Something on your mind?
Let's go send the Vulture down there to scout.
I dig.
Because we're going to need a lot of resources to build a fleet of battle cruisers. We just killed our first Zealot.
Research complete.
Zealot. I don't know why I keep saying... I know I said it. When I first played Starcraft 1,000 years ago, a friend of mine always called them Zealots. And I'm like, that's wrong. That's not what they're called. But he's like, yeah, they are. They're called Zealots. They're called Zealots. I'm like, no, they're not. I know the word is zeal, but they're not Zealots.
No problem.
Okay. This right here suggests to us that this is our future expansion base.
I dig.
And if we had a bigger military, I would actually consider going straight for it.
No problem.
But we don't.
Yeah, I'm going.
so awesome. Okay, good.
For duty.
I want a missile turret right here.
Destination? Yes, sir.
Job's finished. Orders, Captain? Affirmative.
So they parasited my SCV. A parasite basically means they can see everything my SCV can see. I don't know if the AI is smart enough to take advantage of that, but it would kind of suck if they were. Now there is one additional tactical option we have to consider now.
Battle cruiser operational. All crews reporting.
25 damage a shot. And I know that doesn't sound like a huge amount, but these things fire a lot faster than a siege tank does.
I read you.
Yeah, give me my second battle cruiser. Now, because we're not going to rely heavily on ground units, we could, if we were so inclined, build a third bear bunker right here. But we need turrets. That's got to be our priority. A turret here. Maybe even just one turret here. Or maybe a second turret, like, right up here. Just because I don't think we're going to get attacked from this direction. Maybe we will. I probably should look. Okay, the base is over here, and they do have a Stargate. So we might actually see the odd scout.
Orders, Captain?
It costs so little. It doesn't hurt to build an extra turret. Basically, your rule of thumb should be, if you think you need it, you need it. When it comes to them. Now, so there is one thing about Starcraft, it's an interesting AI problem, so to speak. Because the AI starts with a giant base, and you usually don't, the game deliberately doesn't let them rebuild structures once they've been destroyed. Which makes raids a very practical thing to do in single player. In multiplayer, raids generally are only good if they're against something that disrupts their production. But in single player, they're fun, and they're a really sensible strategy. Go up there, waste a few buildings, they generally don't rebuild them.
Operational.
2 battle
Alien
cruisers.
frequencies open.
This may be the first mission where we hit the 200 pop gap. And that I will almost certainly build 12 battlecruiser, which will be 72, and then a whole crap ton of raids to defend them.
Reporting for duty.
We actually can't build another battlecruiser without a supply depot, so you can go do that. Okay. So, it's important to note, and I completely acknowledge, that a battlecruiser is really expensive. There's no shame in admitting that.
Yes, sir?
But consider that for one battlecruiser, you could get, say, 3 siege tanks. 3 siege tanks are not nearly as useful as one battlecruiser. They just aren't. Because
Yes, sir?
siege tanks are limited. They're only at their best when they're in a fixed position. And so this makes them somewhat problematic. Now this is one of the more questionable upgrades in my opinion in the game.
All crews reporting.
Because 250 doesn't give you the ability to fire the Yamato gun twice. You can still only fire it once. And yeah, you can fire it faster, but whereas I almost always take the one for Wraiths, it's much harder to justify doing it for battlecruisers.
Reporting for duty.
In my opinion.
Affirmative.
Alright, I want that armory, because I want the battlecruisers we have to be as good as they possibly can be. Will be done soon. Do we want a science vessel too? As something to detect... So science vessels are something I've mixed opinions about.
Base is under attack.
Battle cruiser operational.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, we're gonna tell him to stop construction, go fix the bunker. And we've actually reached the point where we've been attacked here a couple of times, so that actually I might build a second bunker. And put it, like, right next to it. Or maybe put a siege tank there. Let's do that.
Receiving transmission.
We have 3 battle cruisers, you guys. I'm gonna position it right here.
I read you.
Alright, now you can go resume building the armory. We're gonna want, ideally, the real death fleet, in my opinion, is 12 battle cruisers, 24 wraiths, if that works out in terms of math. I don't know that it does.
Orders, Captain?
Oh, I should not have wasted that. We needed another 100 minerals to build the battle cruiser. My bad. My bad. We're gonna keep using the scanny dealy to scan instead of using units to scout. Okay, so this is their base. The question is, do they have more than one base? We'll have to wait until we can build up some more information. Get that battle cruiser working.
I read you.
Once we get to 100 minerals, we will build another supply depot. Which is, of course, the real downside of a battle cruiser, is that every single one needs its own supply depot, basically. Yes, so you don't get a 1-to-1 until you build 8 supply depots, and 8 supply depots will supply 8 battle cruisers. Because each supply... No, let me think about that for a minute. Each one costs 6. So you get 48 supplies from 6 supply depots. Okay. So 6 supply depots is the ideal number, because you get 48 supplies. I may be making that, my math might be really bad right now.
Right away, sir.
He's kind of stuck. This is a bit of a pathing problem with classic StarCraft. Okay. Do we have to kill everything? Destroy the Protoss force, which actually implies we do need to kill these soldiers too. Not ideal, but acceptable. We have 4 battle cruisers.
Battle cruiser operational.
Now, if you're wondering, why don't we just have them take out their own people?
Transmission.
Because even though they can hit air-to-air, and they're pretty decent at it, they don't fire very quickly. More quickly than siege tanks, but not as quickly as, say, a Wraith. Which is what makes Wraiths much better for anti-air defense. And then in Brood Wars itself, Valkyries are even better than Wraiths. Except for cloaking, which makes up for a lot of the deficiencies of the Wraith. I was right, they do have 2 bases. Okay. They might even have 3.
Yes, sir?
Now, if you're playing multiplayer, the Parasite ability is super useful. Because quite often,
Upgrade
especially if
complete.
you catch like an SCV, something that's just gaining minerals, you can use it and find out a lot about their base. Because some people tend to build around their resource gathering structure. Whether that's the Nexus for a Protoss, a Hive for the Zerg, or a command center.
Job's finished.
Who just got killed? That was pretty crazy. Now look at that. This has not been attacked all that often, but Zealots hit so hard. That's really important to stay on top of things. I would like to upgrade ship weapons again, please.
Hailing frequencies open.
I don't know what the battle cruisers are Russian. They just are. Just kind of go with it.
Battle cruiser operational. Receiving transmission.
There's our first Dragoon. There goes our first Dragoon.
Destination!
What did he even target?
Destination!
I don't think he even got to hit anything. That's pretty sweet. Oh crap, they have Ultralisks. They have Ultralisks. You're about to see why battle cruisers are so important.
Orders, Captain?
Get up there, repair that bunker. Whew. So Ultralisks are the most powerful ground unit that the Zerg have. And they're kind of scary. Kind of a lot scary.
I read you.
Almost to the point where I'm thinking of building a second bunker now. If they do have... Yeah, we're actually going to devote some resources to building up a better defense against the Zerg. That's insane that they've got Ultralisk. I mean, I guess I can't blame them. I have battle cruisers, which are my best unit. But still... Gonna give me a new siege tank too. Now, Ultralisks are huge. They're like 400 hit points.
Yes,
Or
sir.
something obscene like that.
Good day, Commander.
Like, battlecruisers are 500.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Jacked up and good to go.
I want you right here. Now, the only problem putting a siege tank here is that the Zerglings or an Ultralisk come down from here. The siege tank is sitting right there. And I can't do much about that.
Ready to roll out. Jacked up and good to go. Destination,
Let's actually
moving.
put you right here, between the two. There we go.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Let's save the game. It's been a while. I wouldn't save the game if there were an autosave feature in StarCraft, but even though it's very stable, you never know what might happen. Okay, now we go back to saving up for battlecruisers.
Hailing frequencies open.
Need a light? Fire it up. Let's burn.
There we go. We've got our enhanced defenses. I don't know if we have enough resources here where we won't actually need to touch this base. I kind of hope we don't have to. But we might. Okay, there's a whole base up there.
Not enough energy.
Alright, that's fine. That was a scary attack right there. Ultralisks are nothing to mess around with. Whew.
Upgrade complete.
Excellent. Improved ship weapons 2. And we will upgrade to ship
Hailing
weapons
frequencies
3.
open.
I mean, it increases your combat power by more than 10%. And that's always good. Each upgrade increases it by 10%. Yeah. It'll be a 30% increase in combat power, and that's just too good. Do it. Now see, what I'm an example of what I'm talking about when I say how
What do you
good
want? I'm going.
Parasite is. I don't even remember which one of these guys was the one who got parasited.
Reporting
And I
for
really
duty.
don't feel like going through each one of them to find out.
Reporting for duty. Roger that.
Can't build another battlecruiser without more supplies. Rather than necessarily make everyone wait, what we might try to do... there's an argument to be made that we go attack now with 6 battlecruisers once we get number 6 finished.
Battle cruiser operational.
Job
Hailing
finished.
frequencies open.
A lot depends, and we don't have an answer to this at the moment,
Captain.
on whether they have scouts or not. And I don't think they did. If they don't, 6 battlecruisers will wipe out most of their base without any problem. But if they do have scouts, they'll actually tear apart our battlecruisers without a whole lot of problem. Okay, this base, they're building something with their Stargate. And it can't be an observer, because observers come out of the robotics lab. That's worrying. Come on, damn it, mine faster. Here we go. Bam. Because I know it's highly likely they have scouts, which have really good air-to-air, I can't sit here with a straight face and say it's a smart idea not to build wraiths, even if it means we get to attack faster. We need those wraiths. We need something to counter scouts, and nothing takes care of a scout faster than a wraith. I mean, with 12 battlecruisers, we're dealing 600 damage a shot. There it is. Here's a scout. Able to do 30 damage air to air. And we just took out an observer, that's what was right there.
Identify target. Orders served. Yes,
The only thing they hit, that's interesting. The only thing they actually attacked
Orders, Captain. Roger that.
was the bunker.
Yes, sir.
We do need another supply depot, so please build one.
Good day, Commander.
So each battlecruiser, when it's fully upgraded, will actually do even more damage. But for right now, it does 31 damage a shot. So 12 battlecruisers deal, or 12 siege tanks do raw damage than 12 battlecruisers. Except the battlecruisers
Battle cruiser operational.
probably fire 2 to 3 times as fast. So it's actually reasonably close. And a battlecruiser is much tougher.
Base is under attack.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir.
Yes, sir.
Upgrade complete.
Excellent.
All crews reporting.
Now we get 34 damage a shot. That's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Orders served.
Repair the siege tank.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Repair you. You can head down here.
Hailing frequencies open.
Now who got parasited?
Can I read you? Reporting for duty. Yes, sir.
Now we could argue that another missile turret here would be useful. It's actually an argument I find pretty persuasive.
Roger that.
And again, it comes down to the fact the missile turrets are stupidly cheap. Oh god, here comes another Ultralisk. Whew. Thank goodness for that. No, stop building. This gets fixed first. Thank goodness for that second bunker, right? I love that we can repair things. It's really an underrated virtue of the Terrans that they can fix their buildings, they can fix their units, which means that virtually everything will last longer. That's really good. Because if a battlecruiser gets damaged, I can repair it. If, for example, the Zerg Ultralisk gets damaged, it'll heal over time, but it'll take an insanely long amount of time.
All crews reporting.
I have 8 battlecruisers, only 4 to go. Here comes number 9.
Can I read you? Right away, sir.
Destination?
Another really good thing, although it'll almost instantly get caught, if you're playing multiplayer and you have a queen, parasite a dropship. It's amazing. I mean, it won't last forever, and I mean, as you can clearly see, you can tell who the parasite is. I could kill Musashi if I wanted. It's just that I know mentally that the AI typically doesn't use the information it gets very well. Okay, this is pretty conclusive evidence that there's only the 2 Protoss bases. They're going to be tough, don't get me wrong, but there's only 2.
Orders, Captain?
Give me some more gas. Oh no, I take that back. We actually do need a new SCV, or a new supply depot, don't we? And we can get 4 wraiths for every supply depot, so we should pretty quickly get 12 wraiths. Once we have all 12 wraiths, what we'll do is we'll attack. And you'll see just how much damage battlecruisers can do. It's awe-inspiring.
Battle cruiser operational.
Job finished.
All crews reporting.
I read you.
Back you go. What did we just shoot at? Probably an overlord. Those are those big, fat, tentacly things that drop units off every now and again just to annoy us. Yeah, we're starting to run really low on gas. I wonder if we actually lost a couple of SCVs. I don't know. I think now's the time to start researching ship plating. So how does armor work in Starcraft? Because something I haven't actually talked about.
Receiving transmission.
So with an armor of 3, this means that any unit that attacks it, you subtract 3 damage. To give you a method of comparison,
Commander.
Marines do 6 damage.
Go, go, go.
Which means that Marines only do half damage. If Zerglings could hit battlecruisers, which they can't, it'd be kind of funny if you had flying Zerglings, but... Alright, where is the guy building the supply depot? Where did he go? You'll notice the battlecruiser chimed in there. That was pretty cool of it.
Affirmative. Orders
I need
received.
to go repair this bunker.
Battle cruiser operational.
Okay, I can't be missing something. Did I not tell anyone to build a new supply depot? I thought I did.
Yes, sir. Orders received.
That's weird. That doesn't sound like something I'd forget to do, but maybe I did. Oh no, that's right. I was going to build a supply depot, and then I decided to improve the armor instead, and then I got distracted with what armor actually did. Right, my apologies. Okay.
All crews reporting.
So good. We just killed something in 1 hit. That's pretty badass.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir.
I should put a missile turret right here. They keep trying to get close.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Orders,
they...
sir.
Oh, that's nasty. That's actually really smart. Because... I don't know if the AI did this on purpose, or if... No, or not, but that's actually really smart.
Affirmative.
Okay, we're actually running out of minerals. Why is this problematic, you ask? Because the only place we have to get more is right here. Which means more defenses. Which means more minerals. How many minerals total do we have left? We have 1,000 in this one and 300 in this one. We might be approaching time to start moving south. Now here's the important thing to keep in mind. We don't have to keep all of our structures to win the game. As long as we have one structure anywhere on the map. Okay, that's not okay. As long as we have one structure anywhere on the map, we'll be fine.
Orders, Captain?
Upgrade complete.
Set a course.
Alright, he's just sitting here. Please go repair this. That's a really diabolical move, actually. I'm actually kind of impressed the AI came up with it. Attacking me here where there's no defenses? It's pretty smart. In fact, I'm going to do what I said earlier. I'm going to invest in a couple of missile turrets right here. Right, so vulnerability. We could just fly the command center down here, and that would get us more minerals, but it wouldn't get us more gas.
Battle cruiser operational.
Immediately, please fly
Take it
over
slow.
here.
Set a
Please
course.
fly here.
Yes, sir.
Go fix that battle cruiser.
All crews reporting.
And now it is completely and utterly repaired.
Reporting for duty.
Glorious.
Affirmative.
And let's put a missile turret right here. No. Right here. Just because expanding to the south is going to cost us a lot. And I do mean a lot. What we might do is actually just send the 12 battle cruisers on their own. Without raids. And I know we just went through saying how tough scouts were. If they haven't made a massive scout building effort, the fact we have 12 battle cruisers is going to top anything they can throw at me. I mean, they would need at least 7 to 8 scouts to really stop a force of battle cruisers this big. And we take down most of the scouts in the process. So I think maybe we build a 12th battle cruiser, spend the rest of these resources here, and then maybe once we've cleared out one of these bases, we start building an expansion.
Job's finished.
Perfect.
Orders, Captain?
Yeah, we're running really low on minerals, to the point where actually, I don't even know if we bother upgrading the armor. Here's my thinking. If we upgrade the armor, and it turns out this attack fails, and we need to come back around, we'll have nothing to build a new command center with. And yeah, we can fly the existing one around, and that's fine. But it's not ideal. I think we'll actually do very, very well with just the 12 battle cruisers. So we're going to try that. And we're going to do our very best to actually focus on the Star Dock. Star Dock, Stargate. And this base is also not very big. This is not their main base. This is their main base down here. Actually, they're about the same size. Curious. Again, this is intended just to be an introduction to the Protoss. I guarantee they have far more units than just Dragoons, Zealots, and Scouts. in observers, which we kind of saw that one time, even though we weren't really paying attention to it.
Yes, sir? Right away, sir. I read you. Roger that.
Battle cruiser operational. Receiving transmission.
Alright, guys. And we just ran out of the Vespine Kaiser, so let's save the game.
Set a course.
And let's start moving people into position. Now, one of the most important things we're going to do
Engage.
is take down these Dragoons. I did not realize that Dragoon was here.
Set a course.
Base is under attack.
Right away, sir.
All crews reporting.
Okay, you'll notice we pretty much effortlessly took out the Dragoons.
Receiving transmission. Set a
We're going to hit the Yamato gun, which does a lot of damage on this photon cannon, because it's... Boom!
Hailing frequencies open.
Because it's a little scary. It's not really scary, but it's a little scary.
Make it happen.
And now we focus entirely on the Stargate.
Good day, Commander.
There's something just ridiculously satisfying.
Good day, Commander.
Please take down the photon cannon.
Good day, Commander. Hailing frequencies open.
These things are so amazing. Oh, I love battle cruisers so much.
Hailing frequencies open. Set a course.
These are shuttles, by the way.
Good day, Commander.
Let's go take that down.
Set a course. Take it slow.
Oh yeah. We're just laying waste to everything.
Make it engage.
Okay, we've sustained some injuries. This has not been a bloodless victory. So we're actually going to go ahead and fly back home and repair. And this is an excellent use of our resources. Although this will be a tougher nut to... No, they don't have that many photon cannons. And photon cannons are the one thing that kind of sort of worry me.
All crews report.
Just for fun, we're just going to take out the Zealot just because we can.
Set a
No,
course.
he got away too fast. Oh well.
Take it slow.
Now the important thing is, if you even lose one building, we fail.
Engage. Set a course.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, please go fix the bunker.
Yes, sir.
Hailing frequencies open.
Let's
All
see.
crews
Untouched,
reporting.
untouched.
Make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Hailing frequencies open.
We have so many extra supplies. You know what? Go ahead and research level 2 of armor plating.
Good day, Commander. All crews reporting.
So anything that's not in green needs to be repaired, and so we'll go ahead and we'll do that.
Affirmative.
Let's save the game.
All crews reporting.
Yeah, get these repairs done, son.
I read you.
Now, what we could do is, if we were so inclined, we could actually move our command center over here and build a new base. I don't think we need to. I don't think that's really,
Receiving
truly necessary.
transmission. Make it happen.
Orders, Captain.
Good day, Commander.
Because we have quite a bit of extra resources, and we really just need enough to do repairs.
Hailing frequencies open. Engage. Take it slow.
Reporting for duty.
All crews reporting.
I think we just have one more
Hailing
battle cruiser.
frequencies
No, we
open.
actually have a couple more battle cruisers to repair. Ooh, this one's pretty bad damaged, actually. One of these should be all green here in just a sec. Here we go.
Set a course.
Lost nearly 100 hit
I read
points.
you. Right away, sir.
Against a battle cruiser, that is not nothing. Okay, I know everything there. Ah, we could do this. There we go.
All crews reporting.
SCV's earning their pay today, repairing these battle cruisers.
Hailing frequencies open.
Yes, sir.
There's no reason I can't
Frequencies
repair
open.
2 of them at the same time.
Set a course.
I read you.
So we right-click on the battle cruiser, get it
Good
repaired.
day, Commander.
Slowly repairing our fleet of death.
Hailing frequencies
We are
open.
now totally and utterly repaired. Let's go ahead and move out.
Make it happen.
I'm not going to do attack move until and unless I see enemies. That's because otherwise they're going to go looking for enemies. And, like, I don't want them chasing zealots.
Take it slow.
Let's just, like, incinerate him. There we go.
Set a course.
It's not worth our time to have them chasing after individual
Take it
zealots.
slow.
We might have to, but I'm pretty sure we just have
Set
to
the
destroy
course.
their buildings.
Take it slow.
Let's see. Actually, we'll just start over here where
Set the
there are
course.
no photon cannons.
Make it happen. Set a course. Engage.
Go. I won't talk too much about the Protoss structures just because we'll be playing Protoss eventually.
Upgrade complete.
this guy. Please take down the photon cannon for me.
Hailing frequencies open.
You take this one down, please. And let's get you to take that one down, and that should be the last of the photon
All
cannons.
crews report.
There we go. We've actually already won the mission. The Protoss just don't realize it yet.
Take it slow. Hailing frequencies open.
Goodbye, Scout. I kind of feel like I overplayed the Scout's hands, but trust me.
Orders, Captain?
Receiving transmission. All crews reporting. Engage.
That should end the mission.
Make it happen. Receiving transmission.
What the... Okay, I call bullshit. This should end the mission. There should be no structures left.
All crews reporting.
Base is under attack.
Right away, sir.
Good day, Commander. Engage. Make it happen.
I mean, I'll go kill all the Protoss, that's what I have to do, but it should only be that I have to take out their buildings.
Engage. Make it happen. Set a course.
Do you have like a pylon over here or something? No.
Take it slow. Engage.
You know what? They might have something over here, I guess, maybe.
Receiving transmission. Set a course.
Destroy the Protoss?
Hailing frequencies open.
This is really confusing to me. As far as I know, the Protoss are destroyed.
Engage.
Because this base up here is a Zerg base. Maybe I do have to come over here and actually kill the damn individual zealots. That's really stupid if that's true. Normally, because that was the problem in the original Warcraft, is like one unit would hide somewhere on the damn map, and then you'd have to chase it around for the next 45 minutes. I thought the original Starcraft fixed that, but maybe it did. Maybe you do have to actually kill literally every single enemy unit.
Receiving transmission.
If it's true, there's just like one or two zealots in this area.
Make it happen.
Okay, here's some
Set a
stuff over
course.
here to kill.
Take it slow. Set a course. Take it slow.
Yeah, because I know there's some zealots in this general area.
Engage. Make it happen. Engage. Set a course. Take it slow.
I can be a real dick and like Yamato cannon him just for fun. No, that would actually make everything on him.
Make it happen. Set a course. Take it slow. Engage.
Alright, where is there one frickin' zealot? I lied, there
Take
were
it
two.
slow. Engage. Take it slow.
Dude, we let it... Oh my god, we let a probe get away. You sneaky little bastards. It wasn't the zealots the whole time. Here I sat and told you they wouldn't rebuild their base, and yet that's exactly what these guys did. One of my favorite nasty tricks to play in multiplayer: take one drone if you're the Zerg, bury him in the very obscure corner of the map, and if they destroy your base, as long as a drone is left alive, it won't end the game because you can just rebuild your base.
Engage.
Base is under attack.
Take it slow.
You may notice something. You may notice we're now being attacked by literally an infinite amount of Zerg.
This is Kerrigan. We've neutralized the Protoss, but there's a wave of Zerg advancing on this position. We need immediate evac.
Belay that order. We're moving out.
What? You're not just gonna leave him.
Base is
All
under
ships
attack.
prepare to move away from Tarsonis on my mark.
Boys? How about that evac?
Damn you, Arcturus. Don't do this.
It's done. Helmsman, signal the fleet and take us out of orbit. Now.
Commander? Jim? What the hell is going on up there?
Base is under attack.
And now we realize that Arcturus isn't such the warm and fuzzy guy he seems to be. Hour and 10 minutes. This one took me a while, but it usually does. I'm usually overly cautious because I know how dangerous the Protoss can be toward the end of the game. I lost 15 units all game. And some of those are SCVs. See, we got out-resourced by the Protoss, but again, the game's problem, the AIs... And I think, again, this is an intentional weakness, because they start with a great big force to start out the game with. Is that they don't turn the resources into units or buildings very effectively. I massively out-united them, I massively out-structured both of them combined. Ovindian, Sons of Korhal. 51 destroyed structures. Glorious. Yeah, you'll notice we outspent both of them combined. We will hit okay. I think there might be a video. No, the next video is going to be after Terran 10. So, we've completed the incorrectly spelled New Gettysburg. There's only a single Terran mission left. There's been a little bit of back and forth in my head about whether we continue on with the Zerg campaign. We've been getting some views for Starcraft, but not very many. So it's going to be really important to me to see how many people watch this video, how many people watch Terran 10, and that's when I'll decide if we're going to continue with Starcraft. I'd like to continue with it, but if no one's watching it, I could just play it at home on my own time. But for now, that's it for this episode. Again, just to emphasize, it's really important that you comment down below and let me know what you think of the series, because it's going to play a very big factor in whether I continue onto the Zerg campaign. Be honest, if you're like, nah, I'm playing the remastered version, I don't want to see your trash tier 1998 graphics, I'm cool with that. But just make that clear to me one way or the other. You can always like the video, that's also a good indication to me that people want to see more. Subscribe to the channel, just if you want to see more videos of whatever game I play next. And until next time, this has been Avindian. and I bid you good day.